Hey guys, it's Furious Black again. I just wanted to talk about a couple things. If you had a person that you disliked or they disliked you, would you go up to them and beg them to be your friend? Would you go up to them and say, hey, invite me to a party or help me move or include me in anything you're doing because I want to be your friend so bad? That's what black people are looking like these days with the Black Lives Matter, right? Do you think that it makes sense to keep going and telling somebody, hey, look at me, my life matters too? You know what it is equating to? Black Lives Matter. You know what it is equal to? It is equal to somebody saying, I'm a human being. I'm not 3/5 of a man. I'm a man just like you. That's what that equates to. And everybody's not realizing that. They're not. And the sad thing is, right, white people don't get it. Right? They are saying, oh, but Black Lives Matter, white lives matter too. Listen, we're not saying that the other people's lives don't matter. We are saying, well, those that say Black Lives Matter, which I do agree with that, because we do matter, because we shouldn't be getting shot in the streets and other things of that nature. But what they're saying is, we're just like the Hispanics or the whites or the Asians or the Arabics or the East Indians. We're just like these people. Don't treat us any different. It's the same thing. And it's sad that, people say, oh, it's 2015, things change. But it seems like we are whining way more. It's sad, man. And I feel like, you have all these people that's out here giving information, and we out here protesting and asking for the white man to approve us as human beings. And that's what he wants. He wants you doing that. But see, once you start to say, you know what? I don't care if he carries the Confederate flag. I don't care if he wears a hood over his head. I don't care if he stands on the nation's capital and talks crap to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my money and I'm going to create something for ourselves. As black people, create something for ourselves. We're going to, you know what? We're going to sit here in this area and we're going to take over this area, and people got to get out of our way. Or, it is what it is. Not saying we're going to commit violence to those people, because people will just move out once more black people move in anyway. So it is what it is. Just you got to know the criteria and the way that this shit operates. So that's what we need to do. Like, stop worrying about telling somebody else to recognize us. Like, aren't we past that? Like, didn't they do that already? So let's do something different. We have enough money to come together. And I have another issue too, man. These white people look for the Uncle Tom, Negro, dumbass black people that just loves America and loves the way things are here. Last night, I was listening to the radio and a black pastor gets on and it's calling Obama the worst president, saying that we need to come together as black and white people and all this foolishness. And the white guy's like, yeah, if I say it, I can't say it because then I get in trouble. Thank God we got a black guy saying it. Don't you know what that's saying? Listen, I got this monkey to say the same thing I want to tell y'all. So let him tell you so you can see that not all black people are bad. Meaning not all black people are revolutionary, and not all black people wants to be separated from us. We're the gods. So you follow us or you're not one of us. That's what it's like, man. It's like I sit here and I listen to the radio, and if you don't go with their agenda or their propaganda, you're the criminal. Like, you are a criminal to their way of life. It's like you're not allowed to do anything, man. It's sad. It's sad, man. You can't do anything. You walk around the streets, you see a cop, you're like, oh snap, is he upset today? Is he gonna mess with me? Am I doing anything wrong? Like, come on, man. They make laws saying no more sagging your pants. Like, who is that really directed to? You know, like, they put war on drugs, right? Let's really examine this, right? They make war on drugs in the 80s, right? Or in the early 90s, whenever the hell they did it. But then before that, the CIA brought drugs into the black community and then decimated the black community with drugs. I mean, and then they don't let black men get jobs. And then they say, oh, well, black men just go get jobs. I mean, like, come on, man. All this shit doesn't make sense. Like, and we sit here and we just talk and talk and talk and talk. Like, I'm ready to just, like, I want to, like, leave this country, but what's the point? Like, where am I going to go? Right? They say, oh, you could go to Europe, or you could go to Africa, or you could go, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's terrorists everywhere. The best thing to do is build up a society to, you know, I'm not going to tell them what the plans are, but that's the best thing to do. Come together and work on ourselves as a nation, as a people first, before we go talk to anybody about anybody mattering. Because it doesn't really matter if you don't matter to yourself. If you don't have nothing, no leg to stand on for yourself. Like, would a regular boxer, like, all right, let's put it like this. If you're a professional boxer and regular Joe Schmo comes up to you ready to box you for $100 million, saying he's going to beat you, does the boxer look at that regular Joe Schmo like he can really win? You see what I'm saying? The regular Joe Schmo has no training, no fundamentals, doesn't know, he knows, oh, how many rounds there are. He doesn't know anything about boxing, but he wants to box a professional. You gotta remember, these white people have been running this country for over 400 years. And then before that, they was running Rome. Before that, they had Greece. Before that, they had Italy. Like, let's think about this. How long have you been a nation? Black people. I mean, these are simple things that you have to look at to show, to prove to yourself, listen, we don't have any leg to stand on. So why do we keep asking these people for stuff if we know historically they're not going to give us a damn thing? Stop looking for handouts. That's the point. That's the point. I mean, we could protest all day, but until we say, you know what, let's build a community for ourselves where we can teach our own kids, where we have substance for ourselves, we're going to steady keep losing. That is just going to be a repetition of losses. No wins under your belt. We haven't won yet in this country. I don't care what you tell me. Oh, yo, now we getting paid to be slaves. You're employed for $7.50. You're employed for $9.50. You're employed for $10. Right? So now you're making whatever you making. Say, all right, so now you making $7 and your rent is $500 a month. You don't got no room to get a car, and then you have kids. Like, come on, like come on, It is what it is, man. I'm Fearless Black, man. Like, I just want people to wake up to the situation. Like, we have a abundance of great leaders out here. You have General Yohana. You have Elder Rakar. You have my fault. You have AOC. You have IUIC. You got the Thug group, Hebrew Israelite group. You got the brother in California. Like, we have a lot of leaders that really need to sit down at a table and say, you know what, let's build a community and watch how the Lord helps us. Like, it's not about, listen, it's about the information first and foremost, right? We're the Israelites. We need to follow the scriptures, but it's more about unity, showing solidarity, showing unity to the enemy. If we were broken up in fractions, don't you think that's what he wants? I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, man, I sit in my house wondering about this stuff, man. It's sad, bro. It's super, super sad. Like, you sitting in your house wondering, how can people be like this? How can people not want to be unified all because, they use a different name of God, or they're not under General Yohana? Well, nobody's under Ariah right now. None of y'all are under Ariah. None of y'all. Not one. Not one person is under Ariah that's out here talking. Not one. So, if Ariah created the church, right? And he leaves the church, and he's the fundamental because it was his father and somebody else, and he's the leader, and he left. How is it that you can say that you're still there or you're under the leadership if the leader left? And he's still doing the same thing to this day, teaching the scriptures. I mean, granted, yes, I feel he went off he's going off in his old age, but that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that happened to Solomon in his old age. Like, everything that's written is for our learning, right? So that's how I feel. But at the end of the day, none of y'all are following him. None of y'all are going to him. Y'all know where he's at. He's in New York. Y'all know where he's at. None of y'all are going to him and sitting down and talking to them over there. Nobody. I haven't seen nobody say we're going to talk to Ariah or we've talked to Ariah lately, recently. All y'all doing is, we got the home of the truth and this and that and that. Boo, 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 boo. Whatever, man. So, with that, man, I'm Fearless Black, man. Please, man, let's come together. Forget all this segregation of churches, man. Like, forget all that. It says three times a year, all men are to come together, not go to your specific church. I mean, there's many understandings on the specific churches. With Revelations, but I mean, we know that the churches are there. Why can't we just come together those 3 times a year and then have our separate gatherings for the rest of the time? I mean, all right, guys. Fearless Black, man. Subscribe, watch my videos. Thanks.